How's it going, everyone? It's Adam from Life of Adam. I'm back with a brand new lifeguarding video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what happens if you fail the 300-yard lifeguard swimming pre-test at the beginning of the course. Now, the reason I'm making this its own video is because if you fail this, it's treated completely different from anything else that you'll be exposed to during the lifeguard certification course. So basically, I'm going to provide you guys with my strong understanding about how everything works and help you prepare and some tips to avoid this from happening to you. Now, before I dive into this, if you guys are new to the channel, I make a bunch of lifeguarding tip videos about how to pass the course, how to pass the swimming fitness test at the beginning of the lifeguard course, and basically everything you need to know about becoming a successful lifeguard. So definitely consider subscribing and liking the video if you're new to the channel. Now, the 300-yard fitness test at the beginning of the lifeguarding course, this is the gold standard. This is the standard for the lifeguarding course. If you cannot do this, there's no moving forward with anything else, because this is the basis to see that if you're a good enough swimmer to be a lifeguard. You can't just walk into a pool, hold a red lifeguard tube, put on red guard shorts, put on sunglasses and hold a whistle and blow a whistle and act like you're a lifeguard. You have to be a great swimmer. This is what filters bad swimmers or decent swimmers or not good enough swimmers from the good swimmers and the really, really excellent proficient swimmers. So this is what you take first thing on your first day of the lifeguarding course. Now, if you failed the 300-yard test, a lot of instructors will handle it the same, but some of them might handle it a little bit differently. It depends on how you fail or how you mess up. Most of the time, I would say like 90% of the time, the people that fail the 300-yard swim test are the ones that are just not good enough swimmers. They fatigue, maybe they go too fast early on and they're just too tired and they have to touch the sidewall and they have to take a break and they just can't swim the laps consecutively. Another reason why people fail is maybe because their form isn't great, they're not comfortable keeping their face in the water and doing rotary breathing, they have to have their head out of the water, they just don't look like a strong swimmer just looking at it with an eye test. You just like think like, okay, this person's moving, they're swimming, they're above water, but they just don't look proficient and they don't look strong. Now, if these are the reasons why you failed the 300-yard swim test, they are not going to give you another chance. It's very rare that they'll give you another chance. Unless you're at like the last lap, the last length, and you just like, you have to touch the wall and you are so close, they might give you another chance because you're really close to passing it. But if you're on lap 4 out of 12 and you're like coughing water and you have to like stop and like rest for a bit, they're not going to give you another chance. That's just a clear signal to you that you're just not a good enough swimmer. Now, I know it sounds kind of harsh, but I want to reiterate to you guys that you can always practice, you can always improve, and it's not supposed to be easy, because if it was easy, everyone would be lifeguards. Getting your lifeguard certification is like a really rewarding experience, and being a lifeguard is very rewarding, so you're gonna have to put in the work, and you have to put in the hours, and you have to make sure that you're a good enough swimmer, and you got to do the laps on your own before you try it to know for certain that you can pass. A lot of people that reach out to me and ask like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to swim the distance, I don't know if I'll be tired. The advice I give them is always to pace yourself, use the stroke that you're most comfortable with for the majority of it, and just really focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't try to keep up with anyone else. Get into a rhythm and take your time. And I guarantee you, if you practice and you did it before at a public pool, you'll be able to do it again, especially when you have the jitters and the excitement. Like you're really gonna push your body, and your body will shift to another gear and you'll be able to get it done. So back to the topic, it's one of those things where if they notice that you're just not that close to passing it, they'll offer for you to stick around to take the CPR and AED side of things and get that certification, but you're not gonna be able to become a lifeguard. Now, if you fail the other pre-tests, they will give you another chance. Let's say the brick dive, you swim up to it and you can't find it, they're gonna give you another chance most likely. Maybe it might be not the same day, it might be a day in the future, but if you just lose sight of the brick or maybe like it slips out of your hands, they're not gonna fail you on the spot in comparison to you like having to touch the sidewall and cough up a bunch of water during the 300-yard swim test. Same thing with the treading water. If you're really close and you're like on 1 minute 45 seconds and you finally have to put your arms underwater to give you a push, like that's really close, they might give you another chance on a different day. Now, going back to the 300-yard swim, if you fail because let's say you like get a foot cramp, or maybe you bump into someone, or you get tangled with the lane line, or maybe you accidentally touch the sidewall, or you accidentally stand up, like your foot scrapes the bottom, and they see that, however, you're like a good swimmer and you're swimming the length pretty strongly, they're not gonna fail you on the spot. They'll most likely give you another chance. So like I said earlier, you'll know where you stand if you just go to a public pool and you try to do the 300 yards by yourself. Maybe you can do 200, maybe you can do 150 yards without stopping. Maybe you can do 250. If you're towards the 300-yard area, like you're in that ballpark range, they'll most likely give you another chance if you're very like competitive and you're in it. So I hope this video makes sense and gives you guys some more information and maybe even some reassurance if you're like not sure, or you're thinking you're gonna cut it close by taking the lifeguard course. It's definitely very important that you practice and you get into a rhythm and you pace yourself so that none of you have to experience this, but this will give you some reassurance just in case if you do. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Definitely like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next upload. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.